April is Autism Acceptance Month.
The Autism Society of Maine is celebrating with several community events while highlighting the need for the public to turn acceptance into action.
Autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disability caused by differences in the brain. According to the Autism Society of America, 1 in 36 children are diagnosed with autism.
The Autism Society of Maine wants everyone to know they're trying to create a world where everyone with autism is connected and supported with what they need when they need it.
That's a big message, right? Because the services are kind of sparse. So really, we're hoping that if we can create this, when I mean the world, we're connected to an affiliate. We're an affiliate for Autism Society of America. So there's 70 of us across the U.S., and we all work together to really get certain things accomplished. And that's one of our big visions for the Autism Society.
The Autism Society of Maine will be offering events throughout the month, including their Walk for Autism. Their annual walk in Bangor is scheduled for Sunday, April 28th. A link to register can be found on our website.
They're also offering sensory-friendly movie showings that are free for anyone with autism and their families. There's one tomorrow at Black Bear Cinemas in Orono. A showing of Kung Fu Panda 4 starts at 11 in the morning.